Did you see it? Did you see a countdown? Did anyone see a countdown? Turned out it weren't long enough. Did anyone see it? I'm not sure if you even saw it. Trying something new. Let's get that ticker on. Boom. Did anyone see the countdown? I don't know if you did. Maybe I've got to go live before I can do the countdown. You'll have to let me know. I know it's early doors in the UK. I thought I'd do an early one. But here's the thing. I thought I'd do it at a very early time. I mean, it's 8:30 in the morning in the UK. And I thought then we might... Oh, you didn't see the countdown. Oh, okay, so maybe I've got to go live. And then you'll see this, yeah? Okay, so you saw that, I reckon. I reckon you saw that. What's this? Okay. Just trying some things out. Let's get that nice little bit of background music on for the intro while we're just chilling. Oh, getting so pro. It took 6 years, but now I've got no fears about technology. It brings out the best in me, makes me weak. Yeah, like I had a beak, not a beard, but a weird thing sticking out in the middle of my face thing. Sorry, no, can you stop that, please? Yeah, it was. The stream was going to start at 7:30, but you were angle grinding. Saw a geezer over there. I'll turn it down a little bit. Saw a geezer over there today, welding, arc welding, pair of sunglasses. Fucking hell, come on, mate. You know, you just want to buy him a fucking proper set of, I don't even know what they're called. You hold them, didn't you? My old man used to do it. You can't see anything, so, but if he's wearing sunglasses for welding, he's not going to see anything anyway, which is an absolute shambles. Right, I need to get that. Right, I've done that. I can close that. Hang on, people. I'm just trying. I've got loads of unprepared stuff going on here. I just want to make sure the computer don't crash. Where do I need to share that? Right there. Boom. Oh, you'll be surprised what goes on in the background of setting up the stream, people. Right, that's done. That's done. Now I can move that over there. I've got a couple on the OBS. Move that over there. See, this is all the stuff I do when I'm usually late. Got some crackers for you. Massive thanks to Rags as per usual. Oh, be quiet, you Dangerfield. Right, I think we're good to go. Let me get a bit of brightness on it so you can see me. Be nice, wouldn't it? Oh, that'd be lovely. Computer is playing up though, so. Oh, I forgot to delete yesterday's stream. I reckon everyone's seen it who's going to see it, haven't they? Everyone who was going to see it has probably watched it. You can't have Doug Stanhope saying that. I mean, you can on his video, but not mine. House welding helmet. Well, my old man used to hold one. It was like a thing he held. And it had like a little green glass thing. And then, I don't know. Hello, Aramas. Nice to see you, mate. Please, Craig wants me to stop, whereas what's the name says brilliant. Mr. Cray says, I'm on the road at the moment. We'll jump in 30 minutes. I've Mrs. Rags. Don't write when you're on the road, man. Relax. You're all right. You're all right. Nice one for letting me know, though, Steve. But don't put yourself in any danger. Wave Smith. Hello, mate. Didn't see the countdown apart from that one. It's stormy over here, Chris. Proper Brit. Yeah, we had a storm check on yesterday's stream. See how it was going. Still going on, is it? Nice to see you, mate. Been a while. Hello, John. Hello, Jim. Schmuck Pilot 79. Now, I haven't seen you before. You're new in these parts. Ha! Ha! I like someone who opens a conversation with a laugh. Ha ha! I've been sitting watching your 3-part crack diaries. Boom! Since 6 a.m. as I'm off work today. I used to live in Hartley. I know yeah, but no disrespect, but there's Dartford and there's Hartley. I might blow your mind now. I don't know how long you lived in Hartley. Do you know the boozer, the White Swan? Please tell me you know the boozer, the White Swan. And also tell me you know the boozer, the Anchor and Hope. Tell me, it's often referred to as the Anchor. But the White Swan, it's like a standalone boozer with a garden. There's not, well, I'm going back a few years, but there's not a lot around it. Let me know, Schmuck Pilot. Nice to have you on here. We're a good community, nice bunch of people. If I'd have done this stream a bit later, there'd be 150 people here, but it's early doors. But yeah, nice to see you, mate. Oh, Crack Diaries are cracking, aren't they? They're coming out next year as a three-piece book. So, you know, 3 short novellas. If you want to read some more stories like the Crack Diaries, link in the description. It's my Substack. Loads of stories there, very similar to Crack Diary stuff from that period. Link in the description, totally free. There's 15 stories in the archive, and you can subscribe. And any new ones I write, which is about once a month, will get straight to you. Nice to have you here, mate. Glad you've been enjoying the Crack Diaries. Hello, Clark. Hello, Raymond. Good to see you, mate. Hello, Sean. It is the Rush Hour show. Stop writing, you. Hello, son of Max. Good to see you, son. Martin, Ben, Paul Squire. Right. No doubt I've missed a few people out. I do apologise. The numbers are creeping up. I usually like to get the. Hello, Whacker Smack. Get the riffraff out of the way, but you know the riffraff around here come in first. Did I even turn the brightness up? Let me sort the colour out a bit. Do you know what? It's 36 degrees here today. Now, hang on. Whoa. I know you're there shivering in your fucking duvet with your hot water bottle and your cup of Ovaltine. He isn't all. I've got to turn my fan up, actually. If that fan makes too much noise on the microphone, let me know and I'll totally ignore you because it's so hot. You know, it's a bit of the old. Here we go, a little bit of colour. Lovely. Oh, I've got a bit of a tan on my head there, though, haven't I? Hang on. And then a bit down with that one. There you go. Sort of turned out nice, didn't it? Jim says this. They have much better ones now. Dangerfield, battery powered, auto magic darkening glass. Oh, what? Welding goggles. Okay, maybe he had a pair of them on. I mean, you're not going to last long with a pair of sunnies on. They did look a bit big, but not as big as my Cazals. So, who knows? Oh man, amazing. Steve says I pulled over to message. I don't drive a message. No, fucking great. Fucking great. That's amazing. Shrump Pilot says I worked on Spittle Street. Yes, both. So you know those boozers. Yeah, you know New Ash Green as well. So my mum and dad grew up in the White Swan. My grandparents used to be the landlord and landlady in the White Swan. And they used to drink down at the Anchor. And when we used to go out to Hartley to visit old friends, we're popping the White Swan and that, but a bit weird when you used to be the landlord and that. And so everyone would go down and talk to Les Bailey, who's probably well dead by now, at the Anchor. Do you know Hartley Manor? Please tell me you know Hartley Manor. People, this geezer lives in a place called Hartley, which is where my mother kind of comes from, and she grew up in a boozer there. But there's a funny story about Hartley Manor. I wonder if it's distinct enough to actually get a listing. Hartley Manor, Kent. No, all I'm getting is Manor Drive. Oh no, there is Hartley Manor. All right, check this out, people. This is going to blow thine mind. Let me just show you a bit of this. Oh, of course I'm going to accept the cookies. Everyone always does. Oh, it's up for sale, is it? Just show me the pictures. Why no picture? Why no picture? So there's a place in Hartley called Hartley Manor, right, people? No, my granddad, he was a proper fiend, he was a Raffles kind of character. And he managed to blag Hartley Manor for like 5 months. And me and my mum lived there. I've got one picture of it, I'll show you. It doesn't really show it off to its true manor-like awesomeness. But you know, when you're like 7 and your mum says, "Come on, we've got to go and house sit a house," she was getting paid. Like the owners wanted someone to be there. It had an Arga. Can you imagine 7 years old coming from a middle of terrace, 12 foot wide? You know, all the 4 of us in there, like, yeah, tin bath in the garden to fucking Hartley Manor. Now, it's the smallest photo because I don't want to waste time looking for something that's not going to impress you all. Or, no, interest you all. Freudian slip there. But you get an idea of the gaff. One memento. There you go. So that place, which is a listed building, that's it. That's not 2 or 3 houses. That's the old drum. All that. Me and my mum lived there for about 3 months. Had an Arga, had a couple of bull mastiffs. A bat landed on my mother's shoulder one night. She came in screaming. She went, "I went in to get some coal." Coal? What? When was this? The 40s. It was coal she was getting though, and a bat about that big just came and landed on her arm, on her shoulder. Hello, Doug. Nice to see you, son. Yeah, you'll get plenty of welcomes around here, mate. You don't need to agree with everyone. You don't need to get on with everyone. But as long as you're friendly and honest, you'll be accepted. Nice bunch here, really. Hello, Mr. Warm Feet. Good to see you. Alt rock lovers on the firm. John's in. You know what? I thought doing it earlier would help people across the pond, but obviously not all of you. Too many time zones in America. Well, not too many. All right, Rags. Good to see you, mate. Thanks for the clips. Killer GPs on audio only. Better than nothing, eh, Killer? Chrissy. Thank you, Chrissy. Hello, Nick. Nice to see you. All right, Cole. Don't worry, so was I. Let's change that music. I quite like it. It does give it a little feel, but I think it could be a bit quieter. And I think we can go for something a little bit. There's only like 5 choices. I bet if you pay, you get more. So what they're doing here is drive your audience mad with the same 5 tunes, and then for another £10 a month, you can get access to 7 new tunes. Raymond Piper drops a 10 spot. Still moved from watching Ladies in Lavender last night. A quintessential portrait of English rural village life. Judi Dench and Maggie Smith. Judi Dench and Maggie Smith, the pair of them, fine actors. Warning, absolutely no BAME involvement. May well have a look at that. I love that sort of thing. I really like the thingy Brett. What's his name? If Windy was watching shit. No, Jeremy Brett. The Jeremy Brett Sherlock Holmes televised series. There's some beautiful, old end of the 19th century sort of architecture and clothes. I doubt it'll be quite as much as something like Ladies in Lavender, which is a movie, I'm assuming. I don't know anything about it. But, yeah, wow. Nice one, Raymond. Nice one for the tip as well. It really does it to you, doesn't it? Did you decide to go out and get some high-back fishtail trousers? That's all I do. You know that look I like, that high-back fishtail? That went from about the middle of the 19th century to just post-war. You know, you can see the Second World War as, in many ways, as kind of like the globalist explosion. I think if America hadn't joined the Second World War, we'd have got another 30, 40 years of our own culture. And I mean that as well. I think there's, I'd have to, this isn't a thesis that I've studied thoroughly, but I have been mulling this over the last few weeks. I think there's something to do with that, because just on the back of that style move, you know, when people sort of go, oh, look at those Edwardian clothes. Well, those Edwardian clothes lasted for nearly 90 years. They went from about 1850s to about 1950s. You know, they really did. Yes, there's, you know, I'm not necessarily talking about the aristocracy who always had different clothes, because that's what aristocracy do. That's what rich people do. They distinguish themselves by from working people by whatever they can. And the way things are at the moment, you know, voice, that's why they talk like that. It's because that's culture, and culture is exclusive intentionally. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, because we do it as well. We exclude them from our culture. You get the likes of Damon Albarn come along and, you know, blur the lines. That's brilliant. Nice one, Raymond. Cheers to that. Prasha Kuki. I may well have just answered that, Mr. Winter. The Crack Diaries. Well, the thing is, those videos, it's only about 40-30% of the story. There's so much more that happened, because I just told them, you know, I didn't script them. I just said what I remembered. But they'll be coming out as a three-parter. Once this novel's finished, once the novel's finished, I'll release the Crack Parties as a three-parter. And there's a lot more in there. Yeah, it's some darkness. Hello, Ben. Hello, Planet X. Nice to see you. Hello, John. Pax Max is on the firm. If I've missed anyone, I'm sorry. The numbers are getting up. Hello, King Corona. Look at Doug over in Florida. What's the time in Florida, Doug? That can't be too. What's that? I'm guessing about 1 a.m. Frenchie. Yeah. I certainly thought I was. Can you imagine when I think I was about 6, you know, to have a whole manor house and all the gardens, and there was like loads of animals, and, you know, to come from a 2 up, 2 down and go and, you know, things I've never seen, big Chesterfield sofas, paintings of like the family going back hundreds of years. Lord knows how my mother got hold of that gig. Well, I do know through my grandfather. Oh, Rock Lover, I'm always on to them about the classic style. They don't like. There's a lot of people here that don't like it when I start talking about clothes and shoes. But you should be wearing nice trousers, nice shirts, nice jackets, suit if you can afford it. Handmade shoes. It's going to be cheaper in the long run, and they're going to look better, and they're going to look after your feet. And your feet are fucking important. But, you know, oh, God, it's 4 a.m. Oh, God, it's up in Florida. Sorry about that, Doug. Hello, Oswald. The original Crack Diaries videos are age verified now, so you'd need to upload your ID to be able to watch them. You know what's weird about that? That doesn't have, YouTube don't do that. Someone reported them. This shouldn't. And the weird thing is, who should be watching those? Who would get a lot out of them? Young people. People who are being offered crack in the fucking playground. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You know what? I've seen videos on YouTube of a woman dressed up as a PVC nun telling the viewer to wank for Jesus. No age verification required. It's a good system. No, Jim, I think that's rubbish. I think it's rubbish. I mean, it doesn't add up, does it? So people, when you talk about posh, people think it's an acronym. Port out, starboard home. That posh people, when they were on a boat, they'd be at the port side as it went out and starboard as it come home because they'd have the sun. But that's not going to work, is it? What if you're going in a different direction? I don't think that's where it comes from, but I might be wrong. Hello, Linda Hunter. What time is it over there? Winston says the Crack Diary was my introduction. Yeah, they done me proud, actually. They done me proud. Funny, innit? You know, very simple title, not very much of a thumbnail, but they've done very well. You know what, people? Listen to this, right? YouTube rarely recommend me. I know that because I get the analytics. They do. I'm not saying they don't at all, but I used to get about 40% of my subs from YouTube recommendations. Now it's about 2%, if that, actually. But this month, for the first time in years, I've actually gained subscribers. It's really weird. Going on Rackpool helped. Going on Chris's channel probably helped. You know, I think I'm going to have to get in a bit more of that. I still haven't heard back from Teddy Dutton, which is a shame, but we'll see. Did you like it? Yeah. Hello, the Trooper set you free. Hello, Mick. Nice to see you. Someone can bring the ban hammer down for them if they want. Oh, okay. It's to see the dock in and out and not the sun. It still don't make sense, though, does it? I don't think anyone would care, would they? So, lovely for you then, Linda. Absolutely wonderful. Hello, dog backwards. Well, they should tax them 100% dog backwards. Look at Clark. He's just straight in there. Are you not feeling it, the truth? You're not feeling it? I'll drop it out, obviously, once the show actually starts. Yeah. Hello, RMF. Been a while, mate, unless you've been lurking. Hope you're well. Old schmuck. What do you want me to call you if you're going to be here occasionally? Schmuck or pilot? You ain't getting them both. It's going to be one or the other. My mate Pedro, VHS Bootleggers YouTube channel, recommended you as I was telling him some of my stories from Dartford Town, as I used to knock about there as a youth. Me too. Nice. Oh, no way. Oh, you all right with Dave, are you? That's going to be difficult, though. That's going to be difficult. Pilot, SP. So you've just been busy. Nothing wrong with that, mate. Good to know. Good to know. There you go. King Corona. Just noticed the hotel lobby music. What? It's crap, isn't it? Charlie Veach wouldn't have me on. Teddy Dutton streamed with him the other day. Here's the thing. There's got to be something in it for them, you know. And with my 19,000 subs, Charlie Veach will go, nah. All right, then, shmup it is. Hello, Kevin. No, I know, it's starting to grate. I have to say, King Corona. Oh, sorry, for people audio only, I should read out the comments. King Corona saying you won't be able to get this looped tune out of your head. Early yoga. No, I done a load last night. I did a bit after the stream. Jim says it would make sense for the gangplank to be on the south side in the sunshine, just from a utilitarian standpoint. Oh, let's have a quick look, shall we? Where does the word posh come from? Don't want to hear. Oh, yeah, posh. No, a slang for money. Well, there you go. There you go. Romany people. Dangerfield's Romany name. Yeah, Gypsy Tart. Posh was slang for money in the 18th century as a variant of push. Okay, so that's where they're saying it come from. Well, hardly a thorough investigation of the etymology of posh, but you know, it might. I think it was the Spice Girls. Actually, I think you're right. So, little apology. Yesterday's stream ended badly, didn't it? Because I forgot I had nothing else to talk about or show you, and I told you about my credit score, 140. Oh, we've already, yeah, Ross. That's how it came about. The old port out starboard home, but I'm questioning that. I'm questioning it. Yeah, Dosh may be a variant of posh. Yeah, I'm pissed about that 140 credit points. Can't even pay it. Just got it, and it updated it. If I'd have not said anything, 2 years it'd have been off my credit score. But because I tried to pay it, now I've got another 6 years to wait, and that has fucked my Platinum Amex, which would have got me free global travel. Can you imagine how gutted I am? Free travel. Simply because I would have used the Amex card to make business purchases. Not because I'm minted, but because, you know, you buy stock. Use your Amex credit card. Build up the air miles. British Telecom. Now, there's half a chance that Equifax will query it and say, yeah, you're right. We'll put those 140 points back on. I can't see it. I can't see someone at Equifax ringing up BT and saying, can he pay this? And them saying no, and them going, oh, all right. I just can't see it. I just, you know, if Equifax is a free... Anyway, I don't want to go down that road straight away. It is nice to see it, John. Hoyt to you, my friend. It's absurd. And I rung them up to pay it as well. No, you can't pay it, but bang. Now listen to this. Last thing, because it is a Debbie Downer. Last thing. So I'm gutted because I can't get free travel for the rest of my life, which would have been nice. That could have been someone's mortgage. That could have been a mortgage. You know, imagine you're trying to buy an house. You've got a young family. You want to get out of that little flat. Get everything in place. Your credit score's not so good, so you get a credit card to push it up a bit. You do a few things that you're told by Clear Score, and you think, I'll tell you what, I might as well pay off that. I don't even think it's a fair payment that they think I didn't pay, but you might as well just pay it off, and then bosh, I can't buy an house now. I can't get a mortgage. I mean, not that I actually was considering that because I was going to buy a property out here, but fuckers. I won't be moving in with myself now. Hello, John. Nice to see you. Mr. Francis is working and lurking. Not a problem, sir. Keener thinks the earth is flat. Come on, Kevin. Don't go down there. Hello, Mr. Tej. You know, there's footage of people climbing mountains where you can see the curvature of the earth. You can see it. I hope you don't mean that, Kevin. I really hope you don't mean that. Hey, Tej, I think I say it every time you say it, but I fear that I'm the badly accented copper from Hello when I walk around here and try and speak Khmer. Good morning. When I say day, which is like hello, I reckon I'm going hello. Yes, Jim. That's it. Yeah, they're exactly that. It's called a credit score. It's a social scoring thing, but it gets worse than that. It gets worse. I had a friend, and I think someone said I won't go on. Hello, Apocalypto. The Earth is square. That is an excellent new angle. Let's start a square Earth grift. Let's set up some bot channels. Square Earth Society. It's actually an oblate spheroid. Thank you, Cole. The show's going to start shortly, people. Dog Backwards says, just start talking about Canada, you fool. I will. Don't worry, I will. So I had a mate years ago. He got to about 26. Got to about 36, sorry. Had a couple of kids, had a missus. wanted to buy a property, and he'd never borrowed any money in his life. You know, never owed money. He used to say to me when I was a junkie, I'd be going, lend us some money. I'd go, no, never. As my old man used to say to me, never a lender or a borrower be. And I go, well, that's all very well, but give me a tenner, you cunt. When he went to get his mortgage, they said to him, you haven't got a credit score. Your credit score is like 50. And he went, well, that's good, isn't it? And they went, no, it needs to be about 600. So then they said to him, get a few bank accounts, like 2 or 3, get overdrafts, borrow money, get some credit cards, max them out. He had to go and borrow. It spent him 2 years of borrowing money. And he said to me, it became a full-time job, you know, having to sort of negotiate all this. He was borrowing money he didn't need and just moving it from bank to bank. And fucking hell, so people, if you're a younger person, like I know no one here is, get a credit card, borrow some money, because as you get older, you're going to have problems. Hello, Livy. Yet another, Livy. Yet another day of Storm Franklin. Hang on to your hats. I agree with you with that one, Kevin. The earth is flat broke. All right, let's get rid of that music. Oh, no, I don't know how to get rid of it. Stop. There you go. We're sweet. Right, we haven't hit 100, but I'll get the doors of Griftation open now, and then we can actually get this show on the road. I might need a little wee. So listen to this, right, people? Immediately distracted from getting the grift on. So you know, me and my missus split up, and so she moved out of the property she had. Now I got my landlord to get her that property, and Andy discounted it for her, because I said to him, I said, she really likes that one, but it's a bit out of her budget. He took $100 a month off, which is a significant amount of money. Bought a new bed, put her out here. The women quite like the old water squirters. They don't like tissue, which makes sense actually, because if you had real poo on your arm, you wouldn't dry it off with tissue, would you? So he installed a bum water squirter, repainted everything, you know, just done the place up, put a hot shower in, because there was a shower, but it wasn't hot, because most Cambodians don't want hot showers. It's gone down to 35 today. Done so much work on the pad, and like 1 month later, 6 weeks later, I've had to tell him today. I said, yeah, she's moved out. I said, I'm so sorry, because he's really nice, and he's always looks after me with this place. Any problems, I've never known landlords like them. And I said to him, listen, any costs you incurred, obviously, you know, just let me know. And he said, no. I said, yeah, but the shower, the new bed, the fucking water thing, the paint job, the cleaning and all that. He said, no. He said, are you on the same account? And I said, yeah. He said, I'll get that deposit back to you. Why'd you give a deposit to someone who's you know, she signed a 6-month contract? And I said to him, listen, you don't have to do that. And what I was thinking was, please do that. You don't have to do that, please. I desperately want that money. But nice fella. So I'll find out later whether, I don't know. I mean, we split up on good terms, but maybe she done a Stone Roses and fucked the place, or maybe she's nicked the cooker or something. I don't know. No, really, what's the name? There's 3 of them. There's a French bloke and 2 Khmer blokes, but they grew up in Cambodia and France, so their English is perfect. I've never known landlords like them. I had some damp problems in this house. You can still see some effects of it here. But my shoes were going mouldy. They were getting like mould on them. Now, in fairness, they got wet and I didn't dry them out. But next day, they took the flat above out the back, took it to pieces, ripped all the plasterboards off, rebuilt it because they knew that there was obviously water leaking. The next day they done that. You know, that's going to be like $1,000 at least. You know, 3 blokes working. Steve's on the firm. He's back sitting down. No, exactly that, John. Exactly that. John says it sounds like any landlord. Sounds nothing like any landlord I've ever encountered. I remember when I moved out of my gaff in Soho, right? Listen to this really weird story. So he told me he was coming round to check the place out before I left, yeah? I got professional cleaners in because it was a £2,000 deposit, the cunts. Excuse my English this early in the morning or any time. And to get to my pad, you had to walk up a corridor, go up some stairs, turn around, go up some stairs, and you were there. So 2 flights of stairs, you know, that old job. And so he's buzzed at the bottom. So I've walked down, I've opened it. He said, hello, Mr. Dangerfield. I said, yeah. He said, I've come to assess the flat. And I was like, okay. Got to the bottom of the stairs. I've walked up and I said, I had it professionally cleaned, so I'm sure everything will be all right. Turned round, he's climbing up the stairs, dragging his legs behind him. It took him about 15-20 minutes to get up those 2 flights of stairs, right? And I was going, do you want some help? He was going, no, I'm used to it now. And I just had to stand there, and I said, I'll go in. Just got in watching videos while some bloke. I was thinking, you're in the wrong job. You know, if you're in the rental business and you're looking at flats, I mean, that's stairs akimbo. And then at one point he said, right, he said, we need to have where's the electricity meter? I went, oh, that's in the basement. That's in the restaurant basement. And to get down there, the flight of stairs was like that. It wasn't normal. It was almost like a step ladder. He got me to hold his legs when he went down forwards. I mean, I was just sitting there with this geezer's legs under my arms as he was going down it forward. If I'd have dropped him, which I did think about a couple of times, he would have just crumpled. I had to pull him out as well. I couldn't do it. I had to get one of the chefs to help me, the 2 of us. He was covered in shit and... But that's not even what I'm telling you. Here's the weird bit. When he was going round and he was like, I was watching him and he was like, slight scuffage. Scuffage. He wrote scuffage. Slight scuffage on, what's that little thing called? Lobby. Slight scuffage on lobby wall. I was looking at him, fucking hell. And then I said to him, and this is interesting, I said to him, to be honest with you, mate, it looks better now than when I moved in. And it did, because I'd done loads of work on it and I had it professionally cleaned. And I painted all the skirting boards. It had nice wood paneling. I used to polish that up, gorgeous place. I said to him, to be honest with you, mate, it looks better now than when I moved in. And he went to me, like a right snide, he went, you wouldn't believe how many people say that to me. And I went, maybe because it's true. Maybe that's why so many people say it to you. Because when people move into places, that's their house. And so they make it look nice. And he had nothing to come back for that. And I was thinking, yeah, I'll put a minor scuffage on your boat race in a minute. Cheeky girl. So many C-bombs this early in the morning. Scuffage, scrubbage. It was really weird. Who wanted the creeper? I got my deposit back though. It was weird. Yeah, 2 bags of sand. I was like, sweet. Didn't expect that at all, but I got it. Right, where are we? Right, and as I said that, we got up to 98. Right, I have got a load of clips. I've got some memes. I've got a little bit of controversy. Entropy's freaking me out a bit, but here we go. My computer's crashed twice today. Come on, computer. But with JC's napalm bombs and Lindsay's annual subscription, bless Lindsay, I think a new computer will be on the cards. I was looking for them yesterday. I might have to get a second-hand one. This one's second-hand. It's 9 years old. Best laptop I've ever had, without a doubt. And I want the same one. I want the updated model, obviously, because I don't want to buy a new 9 years old computer. But this is a rugged extreme. You can literally throw them out of windows and they work. And I need that. I've got a pile of laptops out there. I hate those thin, crappy things. You can throw this you can spray this with a hose and it'll work. You can spill a bottle of water on it and it still works. Oh, yeah. They're made for military. Not joking. And which is quite handy for me. There's something else really cool about it that I've got. It's got an anti-glare screen. You can watch it with the sun directly on the screen, which is handy out here when I go to a restaurant and take my computer, which is, once a year. There's something else that's cool that is helpful for me. Oh, I don't know. Just like traveling and that, when you travel with a laptop and they chuck your bags around, you're like, steady. But, yeah. No, Jim, they're literally called... Oh, yeah, I've remembered don't start that now. People, I've got to shut some windows for obvious reasons. Which is exactly what you want to do at 35 degrees. Seems to have done the trick, all right. So here's the funny thing. I think I've told you before about this. When you watch films like Mission Impossible or any like modern hardcore, films like action movies, they'll usually use this computer because it looks sort of, look, I'll show you what it looks like. It looks sort of, hardcore. See? It's got like all these sort of things here. And yeah. Look at the speaker glued to a bottle of Tiger Balm. Nice speaker stand. Does the trick though. Does the trick. Can't knock it. And that was a little walk down the corridors of my life. Right. Yeah, that's the problem, Will. There you go. That's it. That's exact. This one is the 6420. But 4 bags of sand, no. That's why I can't get the business to buy it. The business will buy me an £800 computer, of course. But yeah, that's the kind of. But this one cost me £600. I've had it for 4 years, and it's been brilliant. But it was already 5 years old when I bought it because they recondition them. I don't know what it's called, reconditioning or something. But yeah, I can't be doing that. And I have broken laptops going to Thailand, just because it's, you're knackered and you drop it. And hello Lee, nice to see you, mate. No, I'm nothing to do with Macs. They do not. Hello CC, you've been a while, mate. They don't do that here, no. Refurbished, that's the word I was looking for. Thank you, Grotty Thumber. Are you new in these parts, Grotty Thumber, or you just changed your mind? Hello, 42. Good to see you, son. Brett Packer, are you new? Seems to be a lot of new people turning up, which is an absolute pleasure. Tiger Balm is weak. Get some Fiery Jack. Yeah, you are new. Because if you weren't new, you wouldn't understand. You don't know the relationship I have with White Tiger Balm. Does everything, mate. Does everything. Stop that. Stop that. Right. Hello, Ian. Strung out, clumsy laptop abuse. Largely, yes. It's tended to be, Valium and alcohol damage. Grotty Thumber, come and go. Oh, you used to live out here, did you? Whereabouts? Amazing. You're over from the rack pool. Yeah, slightly different kind of vibe here, but nice to see you. I absolutely hit that shit, man. Hello, Glenn. Been up in the Lake District for a week. What have you missed? Loads. Absolutely loads. Yeah, pop a like when you come in, people. It helps the YouTube algorithm send no people to the channel. Nice for me, though. Right, people, I'm just going to drive my car to the urination depot. I'll be back in a minute. A bit slow this morning. So hot in here, good lord. Like a fucking sauna. Oh, sorry about that. Peace. Mummy, why do old men smell of piss? Because it keeps dripping out after they've finished having one. Right. Oh, damn, Jim. I absolutely missed urination station. How gutted am I? You want to hear my missus say spend a penny? Well, you won't, because she's no longer my missus, Gary, and you have just faux pas so bad, you might as well have just stepped on my heart. Davros. He used to terrify me as a kid, old Diddy Davros. Right, let's get the doors of griftation well and truly ouvre. Hello, historical doppelganger. Good to see you, son. Right. I tell you what, in that toilet, it was like a sauna. When I was pissing, it filled the room with sorry. Morning. Right. Thank you, Steve. It had to go. Right. Where are we? There. Let me just get this pinned. Pinner. Bosh, bing, bang. Right, you'll do. Pinned. Good. Right. Hi. Welcome to the channel. There's many ways you can support this channel with a few quid, and I'm going to tell you them, and I'll keep it quick. Let me just put on the grifting music. Let's try this. No. Let's try this. That's better. Hi. This is how you can support the channel. You can become a member of the channel. That's the top link in the description. There's 3 strata. We have private streams where we get as many scrubs on the screen as possible. So they're a real laugh, actually. Yeah, there's 3 different strata. One's like £1 a month. One's like £3 a month. One's like £8 a month. So that's good. Otherwise, you can do a super chat. That's the $sign at the bottom of the YouTube chat. However, if you want to donate and not give a bean, not a penny, not a cent, not a rupee, not a franc or a Deutschmark to YouTube, you can use Entropy, which I've already pinned 2, 3, 4, pin up to the top of the YouTube chat. There's also SubscribeStar. I've got 5 SubscribeStar supporters. Thanks to you. That's like a monthly thing. And that's it. This isn't my full-time job, but I do try and stream twice a day, a couple of hours each time. And it allows me, getting donations allows me to sacrifice time from my real job, which does actually pay. And so that's why I ask for donations. And I have to say, you lot are a very generous bunch, and over the month it evens out nicely. So thank you very much. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the grift. I'm liking this music. They might even get another tenner a month out of me because I think you open up, you achieve new things. Hello, Daz. Good to see you, son. Skin scars on the firm. Good morning. Not going in today. You got the flu. Gonna put my feet up in front of the telly. Yeah. Fuck. If you ain't feeling well, do not go to work. Well, I hope you feel better soon, mate. I'm not going to sit here and go, well, maybe have some honey and lemon. That helps. You know your body. Do what you need to do. Nice to see you, though, mate. Rollo, hello, Chris. You can spend as much as you like, stroke need on a new computer. It's a tool. It will come off your tax bill anyway. No. It's not that simple, because if I spend $4,000, that's $4,000 we haven't got to spend on stock. See, that's the difference. It's not like I can just spend that. That's money that can be used for something else. That's the problem. If we had hundreds of thousands sitting in the kitty, yes, but no. And they also get a bit funny about $4,000. $4,000. Why did you need $4,000? And I also had a bespoke desktop made before. Look, I've tried all that. I appreciate I appreciate what you're saying, but I've tried all that. I'll sort something out at some point. Clark's got a little bit of the influenza as well. That's a terrible shame to hear, Clark. Right, okay, people, let's get this show on the road. Before we start, this meme was sent to me, and I want to be a little bit controversial. I want to start the day with a bit of controversy. So let me just make it visible to you all. That ain't the right. I've forgotten how to stream. Right, so people, this meme, right, from a woman's health magazine, and one was from November 2021 and one's from February 2022, this month, right? And it says, healthy woman then, healthy woman now. Now, I take it that the angle is that the woman on the right is large and the woman on the left isn't. She's athletic. But here's the thing, right? You've only got to go back, where are we now? 2022. You've only got to go back 140 years, and the woman on the right would be considered absolutely sensual, and the one on the left would be considered anorexic. Now, when I look at those two pictures, I'll tap both of those, right? But I'll be honest with you, the one on the right, I don't want a girl with a six-pack. I do not want a six-pack on a girl's. No, I want curves. I want feminine curves. And to be honest with you, out of the two of them, I'd take the one on the right. Now, I don't like huge women who are unhealthy, but she doesn't look unhealthy. She looks like a woman. So, I think there's it's quite an interesting little debate here, because obviously the meme is, now I've seen other memes like this where it's considerably there's the woman on the right is morbidly obese, and I've thought, well, yeah, that's not, you shouldn't be promoting that. But I wouldn't, if I had a daughter, I wouldn't want her to feel like she's got to look like that woman on the left. I mean, that woman on the left is eating almost nothing. I mean, right, so let's do this. Right. Gentlemen and lesbians, you get the choice. 1 for the woman on the left, 2 for the woman on the right. So 1 for the... Now, forget that it's Khloe Kardashian. I didn't even know that. I've only just seen that. But forget she's a celebrity and that's all obviously unattractive. But 1 for the woman on the left and 2 for the woman on the right. Who would you tap? So that's interesting. It's interesting. Yeah, Chrissy, I tend to agree with you, darling. That's actually what I'm saying. That's very interesting. It's seeming to be. Hello, Mike. Good to see you. It's tending to. I think 2's winning. Hello, Old Oak. Nice to see you. Now here's no. I agree. Hello, Pax Max. Now here's the other thing you've got to take into account. Women who look like that one, right? That's a full-time job. That's a full-time job. That's 3 hours in the gym every day doing cardio, right? And then an hour of weights. That's eating. You can't go out to a nice restaurant and indulge. She'll be like, no. And it's like, come on, man. And it's actually not good for you to be stripping so much fat off you. Also, in a survival situation, she lasts about 2 days. So I was a little bit disappointed with this because I assume it's come from the right. And I think it's just a little bit too masculine, that thing on the left. Exactly, Steve. Now, admittedly, I did say tap rather than live with, but I've been with women like that, and it's a fucking nightmare. It's like, oh, come on, you know, and they also tend to get sick quite a lot. You know, I just thought that was an interesting opener because I saw it and I thought, I'm not so sure about this one. Let's have a look at some other memes while I've got it open. There's some crackers in here today. This is a great bit of work. As we know, memes are the modern stand-up comics. Have a look at this. Notice the little. Do you notice a little? Oh, why can't I? Yeah, look. The little Guevara there. Oh no, Jim, I know that. I know women who absolutely stopped menstruating because of their diets and their working out. Look at that. It's so good. And the aging and everything about it. It's great. Well done. Good work. Cracking memes. We need to fire these out there right now. Find memes, get them out there. Right, a couple more. Yeah, boom. They're not the toughest of people, the commies, are they? Fidel Trudeau. Right, here we go. This is brilliant. I think this is the work of a professional. For people who are watching at home, you've got Trudeau with a couple of his cronies standing either side of him at some kind of press conference, and he says, I ask the good people of Canada to give us 2 weeks to flatten the protesters. And his mate corrects them. Curve. Good work. Good work. Get them out there, people. Get them out there. Now we've got something to talk about with the old horses. Let me just hit my vape quickly. Silent. No, absolutely, Colt. We have the right to bear memes, and we need to get them out there. You know, get online, get on your Google, type in memes, trucker memes, Canada memes, Trudeau memes, and share them on your social media. It's Marty McFly and the Doc from Back to the Future, and it says we have to go back to 1971 and give Fidel Castro a condom. Not only have I seen it, I'm going to show it, Will. We've got the Chicken Run video coming up. Now, here's a weird thing. Not this. Here's another one. President's Day is cancelled until we find one. Good work, good work, good work. All right, where are we? Now, so here's a weird thing, right? So I heard that the Canadian Mounted Police that doesn't sound good, does it? The Canadian Mounted Police just ran through protesters and crushed a load, right? And so I thought, well, I've got to verify this before I start talking about it. And then I heard, when I tried to search it, the first sort of 7 or 8 were like rumors that the Canadian Mounted Police ran over and trampled people, and lies. That was from The Guardian, The Independent, or, you know, usual sources, CNN. Oh, that hadn't happened. Then I found out, did I get a copy of this? I haven't. Hang on, let me just get it. Hang on. What's the spelling like there? Hang on, Peter, I've got to shut another window. The old angle grinders coming in a bit heavy. And then I heard that they ran over some woman, and it turns out she's an indigenous, you know, I don't know what, you know, they make it so you can't get it right. Apparently she's an indigenous Canadian, and it's all like, oh, unlucky, you really did trample the wrong person. And she's in hospital. And I looked into it, and it's fucking true. It's true. The police did trample. And then I found videos, and I was thinking, hang on, why? I know why. But the mainstream media is saying, no, didn't happen. There's loads of videos of them being trampled. I've got an OBS one to show you. Have a look at this. It'll take me a couple of seconds to set up, because I've done it on the old OBS. I imagine. Oh, don't say I haven't got it. No. Hang on a minute. What's going on here? Oh, yeah, I've got it here. It's on the screen. It's not OBS. Right, so stick with this, because at first you think, well, that just looks like horses, you know. This is awful, people. This is awful. I can't make it any bigger. Lord knows why they got it in the vertical, but such is life. Have a look at this, and wait, because it does actually give you the goods you don't want, so to speak. But when I first started watching it, I was thinking, hang on a minute, this isn't. Oh, I've got to get the old cans in. Sorry, Sunnage. But this is all over. This is all over YouTube. It's all over TikTok. Facebook, of course, have almost certainly banned it. Twitter have almost certainly banned it. You know, if you want to know what's happening in the world, see what Twitter and Facebook have banned. But without a doubt, I can say now that the mounted Canadian police trampled over humans who were on the floor. Not because they protested and stood in their way like Tiananmen Square. No, they intentionally trampled over them, and I've got video evidence to prove it. Nice. And we go back to what Salty Cracker was saying yesterday. This is all outed. This is all outed. Come on, connect, you bastard. This is all outed Trudeau as a tyrant, as why? Don't tell me they're out of batteries. We're good. This is all outed Trudeau as the evil tyrant we all knew him to be in the first place. There we go. Bosh, bing, bang. Right, we should be right. Let me know if you haven't got audio. But have a look at this. Shocking behaviour. Awful. Awful. You should have audio.
Here we go. This way, guys. The horses coming.
So there come the horses.
Look at that.
Really? Are you fucking serious?
Just nudging people out the way.
Serious?
Okay.
Shame!
Look at that.
Shame!
Look how they operate.
Shame!
Right, so when I got to this far and there were people going, look at that, shame, I was thinking, well, hang on a minute. I don't agree that they should do this, but they're just, disrupting the crowds. And I thought, that's why they put them on horses. Oh, but that didn't carry on.
Shame! 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 Fucking
Look at that. Wow. Wow. That's the place we live.
Hold on, guys.
We need to get up to the other line.
It's reminiscent of the horses and the miners, isn't it? Nice one, Steve. It's reminiscent of the horses and the miners in the 70s. Although I was questioned about why that happened the other day, which was a fair point.
There's a bit of a standoff.
Peace, love, and happiness. Peace. We are in peace.
And happiness. There we go. Here come the horses. Hold the line. Okay. Oh, come on through. Come on through.
Watch this, look.
What's happening here? Wow. What is this lady doing? Trampling. Trampling horses. Trampling. Stop it.
Oh. Just run over them. Just run over them. Fucking hell.
Oh my God. They just trampled this lady. They just trampled that lady. They just fully trampled that lady. They just fully trampled that lady. There's the lady.
Not a good look, is it? Hello, Alan. Good to see you, mate. Not a good look, that is it? They trampling over people. Fucking hell. I thought you were allowed to peacefully protest. Oh no, but they brought in these emergency war things. But one of these women turns out to be an Indigenous Canadian, so it's an absolute up yours, Trudeau. What a situation. And I tell you, look it up. I looked it up. It could have changed by now because that's obviously gone viral. They were saying rumours that police were trampling protesters is an absolute lie. And I was thinking, oh, maybe it didn't happen. Another one. No, rumours is coming out. This has been fabricated by the protesters. Excuse me. And then I saw that and thought, well, maybe you're lying again. And I wonder what they'll do. Do you reckon they'll quickly redact those articles? It didn't happen. Right here. This one's also gone absolutely crazy around the internet. Check it out.
Now this is chicken talk. Now this is what they say when the chicken's dead. Don't laugh. Then Granny started cursing, but the chicken said it first. The more.
Absolutely fantastic. The effort. Good work, Vincent. Good to see you, son. Right, we haven't had any bearing on this channel for a while, so it's a long video. We won't watch it all because it's Bearing's content, but hopefully he's a bed and he won't turn up and go, stop it. Obviously, you know Bearing. He came on here, didn't he? We had quite a laugh. What was it he said? He said, watching your girlfriend give birth is like watching your favourite boozer getting burnt down. Anyway, this from Bearing. Hang on, it's always tricky because we have to get over his massive adverts. Right, here we go. This from Bearing. It's quite interesting. It's called Joe Rogan is the baddest man in the whole world. It'd be better if you could hear it, I'm sure. Yeah. Joe Rogan is the baddest man in the whole world.
Okay, CNN have gone completely bonkers. I mean, they've been bonkers for the last, 10, 15 years, but they've really hit the summit of bonkers now. So we've got this article that compares Joe Rogan saying the N-word years ago to the January 6th riot. And here's the thing. They've got this other article, right, that compares January 6th to 9/11. Well, actually, they just vehemently agree with George W. Bush when he compares January 6 to 9/11. So CNN are basically saying that Joe Rogan saying the N-word is the equivalent of 9/11, where 3,000 people died in a terrorist attack. We'll have a look at these articles right after this quick keto sponsor. Back to you shortly.
Shush. Keto, eh? Good
1% off your... So here's the main article. Why shrugging off Joe Rogan's use of the N-word is so dangerous. The podcaster Joe Rogan did not join a mob that forced lawmakers to flee for their lives. Okay. He never carried a Confederate flag inside the US Capitol Rotunda. No one died trying to stop him from using the N-word. But what Rogan and those that defend him have done since video clips of him using the N-word surfaced on social media is arguably just as dangerous as what a mob did when they stormed the US Capitol on January 6th last year. Oh, give me a break.
Yeah, but the thing is, I agree. I actually agree that Joe Rogan using the N-word is just as dangerous as what happened when they stormed the Capitol building. Nothing happened. It wasn't dangerous.
Rogan breached a civic norm that has held America together since World War II. It's an unspoken agreement that we would never return to the kind of country we used to be. That agreement revolved around this simple rule. A white person would never be able to publicly use the N-word again and not pay a price. Oh, I don't like that sound coming out of your voice box. Make different sounds, just not that sound. Control your voice box. I mean, if you add an S at the front, it's totally acceptable. Like if I go, I'm sniggering. I made a snigger. Snigger with a hard R.
There you go. If you want to watch the rest of Bearing, that's his latest video. Snigger with a hard R. There you go. Good old Better. Right, I've got something else racked up for you in the old OBS. I hope this is going to work. It's always weird with the old GIFs. It's GIF in it. It's never GIF. Yeah, it's working nicely. It's an unpleasant little image, actually. If you can't read it, it says monsters are real. Happy Halloween 2022 or 21. So it's a bit out of date, but it's quite the image. There's no audio. That. Right, a couple more in the old OBS. The grift has been appalling, like 2. Rags is forcing me to check the Telegram again. What you got for me, Raggles? All right, we'll do. I'll wrap that one up, Rags. We'll probably end on that. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I used to love watching the figure skating when I was a young boy. It made me feel hot in my belly area. Hello, Ludwig. Good to see you, son. Oh, no way. January the 6th is your birthday. Forever stained. Forever tainted. Brett was called a Scouser once. Still traumatized. It's really weird, that whole thing. I mean, where do you start with it? Where do you start? Other people can say it. Can Asians say it? I don't know. You know, it's like there's a chink in the logic of it that I don't quite understand. But well, I don't say that. I don't want that image, Vincent. Spiders out of Jen Nutsacky's knickers. Hello, Andy. Andy says, when medical... Oh, dodgy stuff. He says, when something failed, they move to something else. They'll lay low for a time and then recommence the creep by creep assault. Should have taken the Rumble deal. Yeah, I don't think he's got long left on Spotify. I think they're just getting their advertising out of it at the moment. I think, it's Rogan's on Spotify. Oh, what's Spotify? Oh, it's only the biggest music streaming platform. So this is actually quite good for Spotify. But didn't they give him like 100 million? So, it's not going to damage their reputation because they'll just be like, yeah, we didn't know about that. But, we've been in consultation with lots of human rights groups. And we finally decided to get shot of him. And then Rumble will say, come on, you can still come here. Because anyone would have Rogan, he's a massive draw. But I don't think it's doing Spotify any damage whatsoever. Quite the opposite. Right, let's have a look what I've got racked up for you in OBS. I mean, this is, let's be honest, it's the Monday morning. It's the start of the week. We didn't want anything too heavy. This is a little tickle. Have a look at this.
Oh, I love your camo.
Oh, shoot. I forgot I even had it on. Just got back into town.
From where?
Nineveh Island, up in Alaska, grizzly bear hunting.
Wow, that sounds really dangerous.
That's how us real men like to live our lives. Was it dangerous when I went spearfishing for bull sharks in the Congo River?
Spearfishing?
Was it dangerous when I took down a fully grown razorback pig that was charging at me and my baby brother? Put her in a headlock?
Yeah, true masculinity is a lost art.
And this real man would like to get this real beautiful woman's phone number.
Okay. Only because you're a real man.
Got an upside down caramel macchiato with extra keto chocolate chips on the top. Add a dash of cinnamon, 2 Twizzlers, substitute whole milk for soy milk. And the soybeans are now in the whipped cream with extra sprinkles. For Greg.
Pizzle, thank you, you glorious bummer. Bummer. Pizzle, I just called you a bummer. I've never called anyone a bummer in my life. So, consider it a pleasure. I am now only going to call you that, you lovely little bummer. Bummer. I saw something. Pizzle, thanks for that donation. It's fucking Monday morning appalling shop, isn't it? Hello, Emery's. Nice to see you. I saw someone else I didn't say hello to. Hello, there are 4 lights. Chinese use the N-word all the time. The English for is spoken like that in Mandarin. The Chinese don't care about racial politics in the slightest. In the slightest. I spent a lot of time with the Chinese ladies of Soho, and I mean a lot of time. And they don't give a shit about it. They do not care about it. It's like out here. They don't know about racial politics in Cambodia. They haven't got a Danny LaRue. You explain it to them, and they just like, what? They don't get it. They don't get it. And I have to say out here, there's a certain group that the Cambodians just don't like. They don't like them because Why aren't I actually getting the VAR? I'm going to refresh entropy. I think we've got a problem, people. Yeah, we got a problem. Has anyone tried to send anything through entropy? I'm not. This isn't actually a grift, but I don't know why I'm not getting a VAR. I had to put that one in manually. I know it's manual anyway, but you know. But I should have got one for Pizzle. You lovely bummer. I got one then, though. Maybe it was late. I got one then, so refreshing entropy worked. Hello, Will. I thought Rogan was off again after the Majid interview. No, he's all right. Gary, hello, Gary. I haven't said hello to you, have I? I think this awful windy weather we're having is down to Brexit and racism. Yeah, it will be. And the Ukraine, of course. Have you noticed, we talked about this before on this channel, have you noticed it's now the Ukraine again? I was saying that in the 70s and 80s, it was the Ukraine. And then it became Ukraine because the Ukraine kind of Sovietizes it. And I'm hearing the Ukraine again. Oh, Russian troops. You know where it's all kicking off down there? Well, it's not. It's Luhansk. I've been there. I've been to Luhansk. It's on the Ukraine-Russian border. It's a fucking shithole. I told you about the bloke who told the barman he was going to pull his face off. I told him, fuck off, I'd pull off your face. Yes, Catboy does say the N-word a lot. He really does. Nice. Rags. Very kind of you, Rags. It's a League of Gentlemen gag. Okay. Colt Python says, did you see the PJW vid about Chinese views on race? No, I did not. Hello, H8KU. They are incredibly racist to other Asians. Well, I was talking about the Chinese, but the Indians, shocking. And in black culture, there's the tonal thing, isn't there? There's light blacks and there's black blacks, and you hear it all the time. I mean, I'm not making judgments on these things. I'm just, it's like anyone else can do anything except for the white man. Thank you, Ragzo. It's pathetic. Enjoy walking your dogs, Daz. Take care, mate. Have a good day. Nice one, John. Here you go, master manipulator. Watch CPT. I done well though. I think that was a fair point though, wasn't it? He said, "Do you feel guilty?" And I was like, "What are you suggesting? I'm manipulating him." Good chat though, wasn't it? He's a nice bloke. He's getting I got a lot of grief for doing that interview. A lot of people said you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't hang around with him. He made mistakes. And yeah, okay. I've made a few. People do tend to. Now, I understand if you're making mistakes and you're part of an organization, that is significantly has a bigger impact. But, that conversation I had was outside of an organization. So, I believe in giving people second chances, but not necessarily in an organization. If I had an organization and someone really fucked up, I'd say, well, you've got to fuck off. But on a social, personal level, I believe in second chances. Thank you, Clark, for the super sticker. Splendid sticker. You know how it works around here. There Are Four Lights takes us all back to 1985 and says, don't wear shorts in the Ukraine, Chernobyl fallout. Come on. King Corona says, who's that bloke who did the Joker on Omegle? He was awesome. I don't know. Was that the bloke who on Twitter done the countdown to saying the N-word? Hello, Little Red. Good to see you. Historical doppelganger. Donetsk and Luhansk don't get along. That's where most of the problems and hostilities are taking place. Yeah, okay, yeah. It was a really weird place. I was there on holiday. I'm not going to go back there. I didn't want to be there when I was there. My mate was trying to buy a wife. I've told you this one so many times. He failed to buy a wife after taking out for dinner about 5 of them, and each one cost him about 600 quid because it's part of the scam. You know, oh, let's go to this restaurant. And they charge you twice the price, and the lady gets a kickback. And then he gave them all jewelry, and he gave them like not iPhones then, that was years ago, iPads. No, what is it? What were they called? You used to listen, iPods. Gave him iPods with loads of music on. Every one. He had like a set box for these 6 Ukrainian dates he'd set up. Because in those days, Luhansk was the buyer-bride capital of the Ukraine. And every other shop was like a wedding outfit shop, a registry office, you know, a jewelry shop, and then a buyer-wife shop. And he booked up 5 or 6 dates. And he was showing me in the airport these little bundles he had, like a necklace, an iPod, some earrings, you know, like thousands of pounds worth of stuff, but one for each wife, potential wife, so that when he took them out for dinner, he'd go, "Yeah, I really love you, so I've got this for you." But he had one for each of them, just in case. And every one of them got back to him with the same story. That night, he got an email, or in those days, yeah, it would have been an email. And it was like, I had a wonderful night with you. You are a special, special man. I will always be available to go out for dinner and con you for another $200. But I think we are more soul friends than husband and wife. Oh, soul friends. What, like your grandmother needs a new central heating system? Which they all did ask him. Like, this went on for years afterwards. He couldn't get shot of them. But here's the beautiful turnout. So he got ripped off by all these birds. On the last day of the holiday, we were back in Kiev. I said to him, "Why don't you just get a brass, mate? Just get a brass." And even the brass blew him out. I was cracking up. I met a bird out there. I had a week with the bird I met there. Lovely times. I'm still in contact with her today. Let me see if I can get a picture of her. She's so hot. But listen to this. On the last day of that holiday, when he was sitting on his bed, about 10 grand out of pocket, with none of the wives that he'd been talking to these birds for like a year before we went out there. And he honestly thought he was going to go back to England with a hot, blonde Ukrainian 25-year-old. And he was just sitting there when that brass blew him out, and I was just trying not to laugh. And he was like, you had a nice week with that bird, have you? I was like, yes, but she's been lovely. He went, how much money you spent? I went, £100. And he was like, oh, good. And we did have a bit of a laugh about it. And then, this is amazing, check this out. Then he got an email. No, not an email. Friends reunited. I mean, we're going back 15, 20 years now. So it was Friends Reunited. And she said he got hit up by his first ever girlfriend, who he hadn't spoken to since they split up like 30 odd years ago. I mean, he was about 50, 55 at the time. He hadn't spoken to this bird for like 30, 40 years. And she was like, oh, how are you? I just thought about you and I saw you on Friends Reunited. And he responded to her, said, oh, should we go out for dinner? He's still with her to this day. So although he went to buy a wife, he ended up with his first love, which, let's be honest, we all knows what we all really want. Yes. Did you hear the story, how it actually happened? Yeah. Because I couldn't understand his Ukrainian. When I went to stand up to deal with it, as he stood up, he just smacked me down in my chair and broke my spine. And he turned to the bloke and went, and the bloke just looked terrified and went back to his. They were Spetsnaz soldiers, these two blokes we ended up drinking with. I said, fuck me, what did you say to him? He said, I told him, fuck off, I pull off your fucking face. Right, Rags. Hang on a minute, what's going on here? Oh, you asked a question and no one answered, but you know now. Okay. But Deadbeat Chess, nice one. Last few weeks, I've been lurking. It has been noted, Mr. Deadbeat Chess. I'm still here, but can't chat using Bluetooth headset. Love you all. Well, that's a damn shame. Wonder why that is. Oh, because it's only in your ear. You haven't got a thing. Okay, I get you. All right, nice one, Deadbeat Chess. Machano Capricia Tutu, and nice to know you're here. Thank you for the donatiato. It's better. What are you talking about? The wife or the Spetsnaz? The long version's better. But I tell you, it gets worse though, because that story about him trying to buy a wife and then getting blown out by a brass and then getting it up by his first girlfriend who he ended up marrying, right? I once done a stand-up gig and I told the story. I'd done the full-length version of all the weird shit that happened in the Ukraine. And at the beginning of the story, I said, so I've gone to the Ukraine with this bloke I met in rehab. I said, fuck knows where I went. I didn't even like the fella. Look, just trying to make people laugh, right? So I get a phone call about 6 months after I've done that gig. Someone filmed the gig and put it on YouTube. And he was with his wife, so the bird who hit him up on Friends Reunited, and he was talking about rehab. And he said, no, I still keep in contact with a few mates from that rehab centre. He said, actually, one of them's a comic. There's some of his stuff on YouTube. I mean, don't bother going looking on YouTube. I got most of my stand-up, if not all of it, off of it. Not that you would, but, you know. And so she said, oh, can I see some? So he said, oh, let's have a look. Found it, and I named him. I used his real name. And I went, oh, I'll tell you something that happened. I went out to the Ukraine. We'll call him John. I went with this bloke, John. I went, fuck knows where I went. I didn't even like the cunt. Big, sweaty, fat thing he was. No, he was quite big and quite sweaty, but I did really like him. I've still talked to him today, but him and his wife have seen me say that. And he went, oh, I think we'll turn this off. And she went, no, let's watch it. And of course, then him and his wife have seen that she didn't know that he went out there to buy a wife, and he was just like, and I was adding things as well, like when she contacted him on Friends Reunited, I said, no way, your first love's got in touch with you. And he said, yeah, but she's probably about 70. You know, fuck's a fuck, innit? And he and her watched that. And he contacted me afterwards. It was so sad. He contacted me, went, why did you go to the Ukraine with me if you didn't like me? And if I was fat and sweaty? And I was like, oh, come on, man. It was just jokes. I used a real story and, you know, exaggerated and elaborated for laughs. It took a bit of a while, you know, actually convincing him. And it's true. I'm telling you the truth. You know, I did like him, and it was a real laugh going to the Ukraine with him. But that's not funny, is it? I went to Ukraine with a bloke I really liked. It's just not as good. Andy Mack, nice one. Have it. Thank you very much, Andy Mack. $8.99 in the coffers. The computer grift is on. Thank you, Andy. Much appreciated. Dislike buttons on the firmware. Hey, good to see you on this side of the ball plate. Whatever team you're on. I don't know what that means, but I like it. Zen's had his power out because of the bloody wind. Oh, you like that one? Yeah. It's a good story. And they are happily... Oh, but I fucked up again. Oh, Little Red, there's more to it. I fucked up again. And even telling this story might do it again. Maybe he'll watch this with her. I don't know. He converted to Islam, right? Because he met this Muslim woman. And he was so desperate for a bird, poor bloke. She said, I can't marry you unless you convert. And to convert to Islam is easy. You have to just go to a mosque and go, and they're like, now you're Islamic, right? Now, we went to this, I went to this, auction that was raising money for a treatment centre. And there were bits of artwork by like Kate Moss, Sadie Frost, Adamant, usual, all that Soho crowd I was knocking about with. And he was there with this wife, with his first love who he married. and all the paintings and that were around the walls. And there was this one bit of work that was, it was like Islamic in aesthetic. And so the bloke up on the stage has gone, okay, we come to lot 285. This is a piece of work by the Brighton artist, so-and-so and so-and-so. So everyone's looked round to have a look at it. He's standing in front of me next to his wife. And I went, I will call him John. I went, that's got to be one for you, innit, John? You're still Muslim, right? And he was going, I just faux hard him up all the way. Now, I don't think she would have given a shit that he converted to Islam and never converted out. I mean, maybe they'll kill him. But I think he just was embarrassed because it was yet another thing he'd done out of absolute desperation to get his hands in some knickers. That's one for you, isn't it, John? Since you're a Muslim. I've really done him up. And I tell you what, though, this is where it gets a bit bad. When I was in trouble with those sleepers a while back, it was him that I went to because that's what he was in. That's when we were in rehab. That's what he was in for. He was in for benzos, and he was a great help and a lovely bloke. And he is a lovely bloke. I've just put my foot in it too many times because I'm prone to. Yeah, we haven't had a bit of Aussie Man for a while. Let's see Aussie Man reviewing epic figure skating routine. Let's have it with the audio for extra audio. I don't know what. It's Monday morning. Help us out. I've got to do a day's work yet. Go.
How you going, everyone? Welcome to Figure Skating Day. That's right, what you're about to see is a young lady making the sport badass, something I personally have never seen. This is 17-year-old Alexandra, and she's not skating to Mozart or Beethoven or some other centuries-old dead prick with a violin. She's skating to Iggy Pop and the Stooges. Spinny, 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 lands it, right as the opening guitar riff kicks in. Spinny, 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 lands it again. Spinny, 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 lands it. Medium kick, flippy kick, Sonya Blade roundhouse into the tuck position, and just a bit of general flexibility whilst getting super fucking dizzy. Iggy sings, I'm so messed up, I want you here. I think we're learning that figure skating does mess you up. Abusive coaches, highly competitive. You probably get blisters on your heels. I think Margot Robbie had blisters in that movie. There's a bloody statement in this routine is what I'm saying. She could have chosen to dance to that song about wanting to ride on a disco stick that's on TikTok, but nah, she chose classic garage punk rock. That's a statement. Sorry. I'm off on a bloody tangent. Here we have some graceful swings of the arms. She appears to be going on a journey through time and space. Iggy yells, come on. Quick tuck, horizontal flippy. This is the move Neo did in The Matrix Reloaded when he fought all those Agent Smiths. Bam, bam, bam. She goes into a Mortal Kombat trip when your mate trips you over and over and over. And there's a lot of disorientation, yet simultaneously precision in the final outro of this piece. I can't say I'm not impressed. That was fucking cool. I don't think she should quit the sport like she said the other day, unless she really wants to. Let's cut to the coaches. The fella in blue is like, how do you get them to skate so good? We experiment on them physically, emotionally. Yep. I don't want to put more pressure on Alexandra, but I feel like if she did this routine on the border of Russia-Ukraine, it would be nice. It could bring peace to the world. Iggy Pop figure skating, there's something peaceful about that. And that's far more meaningful than a gold fucking medal. Thank you for watching, everybody. Please do.
That's Aussie Man. If you want more of that lark, we always watch a bit of Aussie Man on this channel. Spinny, spinny, spinny was, I mean, wouldn't it be better if Aussie Man was the pundit, done the punditry for the Olympics? Maybe more than just my mum would watch it. I have to say, Emrys, it was incredible. I have to say, Tall Villain Dean doing the bolero. Didn't they get straight tens? Wasn't it considered the perfect pairs figure skating. It was my mum cried. My mum cried, and because I was like 14, I was like, "This is amazing. This is it. Something's excellent. Something excellent has happened with England. This is getting rarer and rarer, but this is amazing." Steve Cray would puke. Yeah, I fall over if I can't find them a t-shirt, and I turn around 180 degrees. I'm like, "Oh, hello." Yeah, it was the Torville and Dean. I mean, in many ways, they were like a proto Richard and Judy, weren't they? Although one aged higher than the other one. Hello, Hooper. Their Barnum routine was better. No, Barnum's so gay. There you go. Yeah, 10 out of 10 out of 10 out of 10. Yeah, I think I don't like the Barnum music, but the Bolero's the Bolero, so it was incredible. Yeah, well, if you're in the public eye, you have to be a lefty, or you're not in the public eye. That's look at Joe Rogan. That's good. John Palmer says Richard and his grand Judy. It used to be mother, but she's certainly starting. She's got those grandmother rolls of fat now, hasn't she? They're not at it, are they? I mean, if she had any, what's the word? To put him out of his misery, she'd let him fuck away from home at least a couple of times a year, because nothing's happening at home there. I mean, should we see if we can find a recent photo of them? You know what? They keep writing books though, and they sell fucking millions. Oh man, these photos aren't great. No, look, I'm not being nasty to women. This isn't me being nasty to women. We all get old. Me, very handsome. I know, it's shocking, but it's just, I think women tend to age harder than men anyway. I think women's bodies have to do a lot more work. Even if they don't have children, it's a lot. They've got a womb and ovaries and all that stuff. But good Lord, some of these, I'm going to show you two photos, and the weird thing is, old Ricardo is still not a bad-looking lad, but his grandmother, she looks like your grandmother. I'll show you three. I could have picked from any here. Oh my days. Hang on a minute. This is amazing. This has turned into an absolute goldmine. Who opened this one up? John Palmer. This is shocking. Wait till you see these. Good Lord. You come here for nonsense, you get it. Where's my... Some of these pictures are 100%. What's his name? Richard Finnegan? Madeley. Richard Madeley has either got a thing for grannies, or he's playing away, or he's celibate. It's one of those three things. I mean, the chances of him not having sex, I'm not buying that. Right, hang on. There's one more. One more I think. Fucking hell! This is incredible. And this sort of thing started coming to my reasoning with my missus. I just thought, you know what? When she's like 35, I'm going to be walking around on a fucking one of those things going, nah, can't be doing all that. Hang on, I'm just clipping out a couple of pictures for you. But, I'm not, there's obviously a lot of love there. They obviously love each other because they've been together for years. And working together. Listen to this. Let's be fair here. I'm not just slagging them off. Working together is difficult. Working with your partner is difficult, right? So you've got that. Being in the public eye and working with your partner is difficult. Working with your partner, being in the public eye, and there being 100 years age difference between the two of you, that. So fair play to them. Fair play to them. for keeping it going. But some of these pictures have shocked me. They absolutely have. We'll start with this one. It ain't pleasant. And look, I have just said everything, and I meant what I said. This isn't me just being a bastard. I've just actually congratulated and credited them for doing so well for so long. But in terms of the difference, hello, Snoopy. Snoopy says, I've kicked my wife off of my units before. Cannot work together. Yeah, no, it's difficult. I mean, people can do it. Albert said, married men live longer. Yeah, men with families tend to live longer because they've got something to live for. You know, that's been one of the hardest things about splitting up with my missus. I almost certainly won't have children. You know, the Dangerfield name is I'm the end of that seed. Because if I'm not going to have children with someone who I loved and who loved me, anyway, Monday morning, let's not go there. I'll be weeping in a moment. Have a look at this. Have a look at this. Oh, there you go. Look, Daffy's worked with his wife forever and it's good. There you go. Yeah, no, some people can pull it off. And I think that's a good thing. John ain't holding back. Yeah, that's that. I mean, you know, we all pull bad faces. You know, we can all get caught out of a bad face, but there's some worse ones here. I mean, look, he looks like he could get away with walking, you know, around the cool clubs of NYC, but good Lord. Imagine first thing in the morning. Morning. Hello, Leon. L in the chat for Leon. L in the chat. Look how happy everyone is to see Leon. Good to see you, mate. Now, what was your comment? She looks like Beaker. Hello, Sam Atom. L in the chat for Leon. I'm sure he doesn't want the attention, but you're going to get it anyway. Good to see you. People have been asking about his Sunnage. There you go. Look, lovely. So that's quite unpleasant. But again, you know, we're all going to get there or we're going to die. But what I'm drawing into question is the difference between the two. And that must be quite difficult. Do you remember when he got caught nicking booze? He got caught nicking booze. He said, oh, I just forgot to pay. Hang on, what's this one? Oh, we've already seen that. I just forgot to pay. No, you didn't. You forgot to not get caught. And there you go. Grandmother and grandson. I mean, apart from the fact that Alan Partridge was blatantly based on Richard Madeley, you know, he ain't a bad-looking lad. But poor old... Oh, you know, look, maybe they're absolutely in love and it's all lovely and, you know, he's probably got a countdown on his iPhone to when she carks it and he can start living again. I'm sorry. Brett says she keeps you alive to make your life a misery. So, Linda, I called you Linda. Oh, Linda, I'm glad you're keeping alive, Sunnage. What? It's a pleasure, Leon. Good to see you here, mate. Good to see you. Thanks for answering the email as well. Hello, Henry. All right, Dangerfield. Catch your stream later. Yeah, I'll be streaming later. Don't you worry about that. Nice one, Raymond. In your 60s, learn to run 5K a day, lift weights, eat super healthy, and there's a good chance of living another 20 years. You know what? My business partner said this to me the other day when I was talking to him about leaving my missus, and he was like, yeah, but you're both so in love. I said, yeah, but look, even if we have children now, I could be dead 15, 20 years, and then she's like a woman with 2 kids, and And she didn't have a father. My father died when I was a teenager. It's like, it damages children not having fathers. And, you know, it's almost like we're planning that. And he said, fuck off, you dead in 15 years. He said, it ain't like it used to be. You'll probably make it to something like 80. And then I was like, I've made a mistake, haven't I? But then I thought, yeah, but 80 and doing what? Having my wife wipe me ass? No thanks. Henry, I hope to see you later, son. Oh, it looks like you might have made a donation as well, and I haven't seen it. Thank you, Raymond. Much appreciated. Yeah, and people are living a lot longer. Cheers, Henry. Thanks for that, mate. And I will see you later. What is the actual age difference? The question. What is the age difference between Richard Maberly and Judy Finnegan grew whiskers on her chinnigan? Richard, oh my days. All right, without looking, whoa. That's blown my head. That's tickled my tit. Have a look at this. Right. So, what do you reckon the age difference is? Hello, Ryan. Right. No one. I don't agree with plastic surgery, but in this case, Albert, after I said about he got caught nicking wine, if anyone deserves free booze, it's him. Right. Come on. What do you reckon the age difference is, people? What do you reckon the age difference between those two is? Will says 8. John says 20. Henry says 17. Steve says 8. I reckon there's been some Googling. So many people saying 8. It's 8 years. There's E65 and she's E65 and she's 73. Fucking hell. 8 years. I was 27 years older than my missus. Sam's same age. Hello, Thebes, amen. New in these parts. It's crazy, isn't it? What a lesson we've learned today about aging, eh? I don't know. Where are we? 1 hour 52. Right, I'm going to have to wrap this up shortly, people, but not just yet. We've got a little bit of Awaken with JP. I mean, he's a 2.5 million subs channel. I'm sure some of you know him, but this is quite a good one. We won't watch all of it, though. I'll give you the link. This is quite good stuff. Check it out.
Welcome to science class. Today, we're going to learn the science of where babies come from. Now, back in primitive civilization, when we thought the earth was round, it was believed that only women had babies. But now through modern advancements in human civilization, we know the earth is flat and that babies come from men. With all these men having babies, we're going to have to get men into having abortions soon because they're just populating the planet too much. And a man's right to choose has been oppressed by misogynistic women making everything about their right to choose. Now, here's how it works. When a man and a woman or a man and another man come together, they make a baby. Isn't it that you need both a man and a woman to have a baby? Because men have the sperm that then fertilizes the woman's egg? No. That's just medical misinformation being spread by Joe Rogan. You see, it's just like the only way to make water is to combine 2 hydrogen molecules with 1 oxygen molecule. But let's say you don't have any hydrogen molecules. Can you still make water? No. Incorrect. Even if you don't have any hydrogen, a vital component of water, you can still make water with only oxygen if you want it to be water. Because science. But wouldn't that just be air? No, it's water. Why are you being water-phobic, you little misogynistic brat? But it doesn't make sense. It's not actually water. Oh, well, you know what would make sense? How about I go on Twitter and cancel you to help you understand the science? Do you think that?
There you go. You can go and find that on JP's channel. Good stuff. It's called Awaken with JP. I just wanted to, I can't just dine out on his whole video. Beef-based, this is quite interesting. It's a myth that we have to get decrepit as we age. Sounds daft at first, but it's possible to die in good health. Heart just stops one day. My ex-missus' grandmother is 107 years old, right? She gets up at 4 o'clock in the morning and she goes out and does the gardening. She's not like, you know, because she's had children and a huge family around her, she's always had a role. You know, she's the matriarch. A lot of the men died for various reasons during the war, obviously, and other reasons. You know, she's busy. She does things when they're cooking, and they're cooking for like 30 people. She'll be there chopping things up, you know, mixing stuff. And because she's got a life, you know, she hasn't even got a walking stick. She just walks around. You know, she will die. Like you say, one day something will just give up. But you do die of something. But I agree, you know, she lived through a war. She lived through all that. 107, you know, when was she born? Like 1910 or something ridiculous? 1915. Nice one, little Reg. Yeah, it's been a nice start to the week, isn't it? Been a nice start to the week. Okay, I've got another one on the old OBS for you. 1 second. Oh, this is fucking rank as well. Right, there's a couple of things I want to say before I show you this, right? Now, Wolves, you know Wolves, not the crappy football team, sorry, but wild wolves. Now, wild wolves aren't man-eaters. They're like most sharks. They might have a little nod, they might have a little nibble, but they don't actually. Wolves don't look to attack humans unless you try and attack them. They're not really into that because humans are a lot bigger and blah blah blah. Now, if you're bleeding and you're sort of on the floor, maybe, right? So I just want you to remember that. However, that's not what this video is about. You'll see what this video is about when you start watching it. Now, can we just remember that, I don't know if you know this, but dogs lick their genitals to clean them. And it is Emrys, yes. And they lick their asses. They also lick other dogs' asses and genitals. Bear all that in mind. Oh, they also lick their own shit as well. And this, I saw a survivalist talk about this. They also lick their own shit because it's something how they find out whether they're healthy or something. So bear in mind all of that and sit back and enjoy. Now, there's no poo or anything in this, but just watch this.
When wolves greet, they will want to lick inside your mouth. This is perfectly normal for them, and this is what they do to one another on a daily basis. If you can tolerate it, you should allow this. As they will trust you more and can learn everything about you as a person, which includes your body chemistry, if you are sick or well, what you have eaten, and also if you are kind and non-threatening to them. Body movements should be calm and fluid. Sharp movements will frighten and shock them, making you look threatening. So gently, gently is the answer. This is why women are often more readily accepted by wolves than men, as men naturally exhibit heavier movements, have a taller stature, and a deeper voice. The leading female Marat was very insistent on licking the inside of my mouth for affirmation, so I allowed her to.
Can you imagine that massive wolf's tongue going? Now, the wolves are beautiful creatures without a doubt, but no, I it's making me feel a little. It's actually turning the stomach a little bit. Sorry. Right, where are we going now? Right, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we're gonna. I will be streaming later. Keep an eye out on your. Follow me on Telegram. If you like reading, get on my Substack. It's totally free. Cracking stories, real stories from my life. Get on that. Links in the description. It's called Substack. We'll have a bit of Dangerfield. What we're going to go for? We're going to go for that one. It's only 2.5 minutes. I will see you all later. Get on the Substack, please. Read stories. Leave comments. The grift has been fair to middling. You've still got a couple of minutes to throw some filthy lucre at me. I hope you enjoyed your Monday morning opener. I'll see you later tonight, probably about 3 or 4 o'clock UK time. Depends how much work I get done. Ta-da, people. Look after yourselves. Boom.
Send me for elastic, I'm fantastic. I got geometry, it's pretty drastic. Coochie coochie tiger, where can I hide ya? Your roar's too loud, mate. They're gonna find ya. And aesthetic again. Yeah, you're looking pretty rough, son. Your life's coming undone. Everywhere you go, you seem to know someone. I want to change my life, mum. I don't know what's going on. I pick up all the pieces, fall, and then I drop them. And that's again. And I am here. Cause absence is everything. Yeah, and aesthetic. Yeah. Again. This is the next line, I wrote it when I felt fine. Now it's pointless, that's the effect of time. How did I get it there? Whisper it in my ear, I don't know myself, at least I ain't got my health. And that's again. And I am here. Now then. Cause absence is everything. And that's again.
Lovely. Right, special thank you to everyone. Look how blue it is here. It ain't this blue at all. It's actually a beautiful shade of pink. Thanks to everyone who donated. Special thanks to Rags for sorting out clips and memes. Special thanks to Steve Crate, Rags, Mags is all right, I suppose. Moslab and occasionally Dual Citizen for looking after the place. And thank you lot for keeping busy, because that helps me keep busy and it lets me know you're into it. Oh, I will see you later. Enjoy your Monday. Bless you all. Hoita!